The music's set. You have the recording ready to go. I mean, I'm ready to go.
Yep.
So, and here we go. It's a go. For episode 29.
Dude, that's a lot of episodes.
That's how old I am. I'm 29. Me and this episode, our podcast, are now the same age.
Yes.
So, he pulls out the glasses. Oh, man.
You and the show are the same age.
Mm-hmm. I'm 29. And it's going to turn 30 before I do, so technically I'm the younger one here.
Good.
Yeah.
Someone's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, episode 29 of the show, The Point Podcast with Mike and Brad.
What's up, everybody? iTunes.
Facebook, YouTube.
He's even got a Snapchat you can look at. I don't do that because I'm ugly as shit, so I don't Snapchat myself.
Do you still have your Facebook on your phone?
No, I don't. I don't have the app on my phone, but I do have Google on my phone, so if I ever need to check Facebook, I just go on there and look up on that. Because the app takes up a shitload of freaking space, and so does the Messenger, which is bullshit. I don't see why I should have to download an app
and the Messenger
for an app for my phone.
It's just 2016, man.
Yeah, I know it's bullshit. We shouldn't even have to do that anymore.
No.
So, I mean,
hey, our parents had problems, grandparents had problems, we have issues. We have to download 2 apps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people who were like working on like the, the tall buildings in New York.
Skyscrapers.
Yeah,
yes.
like the Eiffel Tower and shit. Not the Eiffel Tower. What's the one in New York?
Empire State Building.
The Empire State Building, like building
World Trade Center.
They didn't have like
Building.
earbuds and like music when they were up there. They just had to listen to like street noise.
Mm-hmm.
That must be really boring.
Well, that's why I think people were able to have like just the fun time of going to see a show or like listening to the radio. I mean, now that I actually think about it, it was the same. If they wanted to see music, they went and saw a show. If they wanted to see music, they got a recorder or the record player thing. If they
while they're working, they can't listen to like music.
Nope.
Up there.
I couldn't, unless they worked in a fancy schmancy office.
Right.
But you don't have a fancy smashy office.
No.
They're making the fancy smashy office.
Right.
But they don't go
and fall into their deaths.
That's fucking crazy.
Yes.
Those pictures of those guys sitting on those beams eating lunch.
Terrifying.
Fucking scary.
Drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking drinking, smoking.
Mm-hmm.
So,
everybody smoked. It was good for your health, everybody.
Yes. Good for your throat. So we got some feedback from our last show. Mainly due to Mike's...
Apparently, I'm a woman hater.
Man, Mike's woman hating.
I'm a woman hater. I don't know
Yeah,
how
you
it's
are.
Possible. I've been in a
I think you're the superior
for
gender.
8 years, and apparently I hate women.
All right, so here's the feedback we got. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? All right,
Yeah.
so the feedback we got was breastfeeding. The person who shall remain anonymous said,
Anonymous.
"My whole thing on breastfeeding is that men don't feel uncomfortable around women in bikinis or when they see Victoria's Secret models or any racy advertising.
Ooh.
But God forbid you use them to do what nature intended, and men suddenly get all freaked out. It's already hard being pregnant and having a baby, then on top of having rock-hard boobs, which hurt like crazy when you nurse. You're trying to do your best and make the healthiest choice for your baby, and that is breastfeeding, which is demanding. You have to pump every 2 to 3 hours for about 20 minutes, not to mention leaking all the time and trying to cover it up. Your baby is crying in public, and all you're trying to do is feed the thing, and your boobs hurt, and people are looking at you. The last thing I care about is how men feel. Moms that breastfeed deserve medals. Not to mention you're literally sacrificing your body to feed your child. Your boobs never look the same. So if you're going to be against boobs, you have to be against all boobs, not just lactating ones."
That has like absolutely no standing in what I said.
Oh,
Did
really?
you miss the entire point that I said, yes, you should breastfeed your child, but just cover it up? I never said,
here's the thing.
Don't breastfeed your child.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm a father of 3. I have been there through the pregnancies. Granted, I am a man. I'm never going to know what it's like to be pregnant, to actually be the one.
Never know.
With somebody, with a creature growing inside of you, another human being growing
Just
inside of you.
Aliens.
Now,
alien stuff.
I totally understand that you're uncomfortable. And this is before you even had the baby. So you're hot. You're sore.
Hot. I'm sore right now.
It hurts to stand. It hurts to lay. It hurts to sit. The baby's jamming his heel up into your ribs, and you're just trying to sit there and not be miserable. You want to sleep on your stomach, but you don't know why, because it never mattered before. But now that you can't, you absolutely wish you could sleep on your stomach.
You know
you're
more about
cold
this than
when
me.
it's hot. You know you're hot when it's cold, and you're just completely miserable. Then you have this creature,
dude,
pressed out of you or pulled out of you, and then now you have to feed it. So it's pretty much just a living amoeba that just eats, sleeps, poops, and cries.
Right.
So you're stressed out of shit. You're tired,
yeah.
And you don't know why you're tired.
You're definitely helping her point.
Yeah. So, well, there you go. But now you have a child that's hungry, and you have these boobs that fill up, and they just get to the point where they just are aching. It is sore. It hurts, and you got to feed the kid. Believe me, I've seen it. I've been there in that situation. I have helped with that situation many times.
Yeah.
Breastfeed the kid. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. The kid's hungry.
But you know what?
You think babies should starve?
Yeah? No.
Yeah,
what?
I know.
No.
Exactly.
I don't think babies should starve.
Neither do I.
That's bullshit. So I'm not saying don't breastfeed. In fact, I'm saying breastfeed. I think breastfeeding is a really good thing for the baby. It's completely natural. You don't need formula. Why should you have to go to the store and pay $20 for a tiny jar of formula or a can of formula? It's going to last you a week when you have freaking boobs right there and you can feed the kid.
Right, for free.
Or you can pump. Whatever. I've seen that shit. Breastfeed. But cover up. You sit there and say, men don't complain when women wear bikinis or lingerie. Well, guess what? What are bikinis and lingerie designed for? Accentuation. To make something look good. To make something look presentable and desirable. That is exactly what it's designed to do. So a guy looking at a chick in a bikini and saying that's hot is completely the point. That's what it's there for. So when you teach a guy, ever since he's a little kid, that that's what boobs are for, and then you therefore just present them to an entire full room of individuals who you don't know, that's very inconsiderate. Because now it makes all those people uncomfortable.
Yes.
Now you know what doesn't make those people uncomfortable? When you therefore put a blanket over your shoulder, covering the baby and you. Done. You're breastfeeding your kid. Your boobs aren't getting hurt anymore. And nobody in the room is uncomfortable. Now, if someone's uncomfortable in that room after you've covered yourself, they're just a fucking prat. And that's their problem. So, and that's my stance. I don't think there's anything wrong with breastfeeding. I just think you thinking that I should be completely comfortable with you just burying your breasts in the middle of a restaurant is really inconvenient. And the fact that you say a man's opinion at that point doesn't matter. Well, let me do this to you. A guy going through a pregnancy or dealing with a woman who is pregnant, we don't sleep either. We gain weight. We're uncomfortable. We don't know whether we're going to have something thrown at our head when we walk through the door because you're pissed for some reason when we've been at work and we have no idea what's going on. It's uncomfortable for us too. Not to mention we have to watch you be miserable, and we know there's absolutely nothing we can do about it, which is a very powerless, frustrating position to be in. So
wondering if you're going to be a good dad.
Wondering if I'm going to be a good dad. Yeah. Wondering if I'm a good husband or a good boyfriend.
Yeah.
Feeling like we have a little stresses too.
Not as bad. Yeah.
We have stresses too. So now we have a woman that we know needs to breastfeed, and we're doing the best we can, and we don't want to deal with a crying baby either.
Right.
But the fact that you say our opinions don't matter is just completely selfish.
Right.
Doesn't help anybody, but you putting a blanket on does. Done. That's it.
All right.
Do I have a mic? I need to drop a mic. Mic drop. Whatever.
Yeah. So I think the point she's trying to make is that when you get to a level of uncomfortability, whatever, you stop caring about what other people think.
I totally understand.
Which is true, because I've freaking vomited in a freaking four-way intersection at like 9 a.m, right? Because of how hungover I was.
Yeah.
And I don't want nobody needs to see that, right?
That's life. That's not happening every 2 hours.
Well, no.
Okay.
I vomited in like a McDonald's bag in the front passenger seat of a car in a full car. Driving across
drinking?
The Long Bridge. Yeah, well, it was the next morning. So. And I threw up in the intersection later that day.
You're just throwing up everywhere. What was wrong with you?
Dude, it was someone's birthday the night before.
Do you not know how to get to a toilet?
I was in a car.
Okay. Why are you throwing up everywhere? Why are you always getting in cars when you're hungover?
Have you ever been hungover? I had to go to Spokane. Anyway, that's beside the point. But I was so uncomfortable, and something needed to happen so urgently that I didn't have time to think about other people's comfortability.
You didn't throw up on the floor of the car.
No.
You threw up in a bag. So you were at least considerate to throw up into a bag instead of throwing up on the floor of the car.
Well, I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Exactly. Instead of just throwing up on the floor, you're being considerate and saying, "Hey,
hey,
even though I'm hungover and I feel completely terrible,
I'm a gentleman.
Maybe I shouldn't throw up all over my friend's car.
Right.
So you throw up in a bag. It's the same thing. My boobs really hurt and my baby's crying. Maybe I should breastfeed the baby. Maybe I should put something over.
I see.
So the fact that
we'll have to agree to disagree.
The fact that you're to the point where you're just like, fuck everyone else, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you a good person. That doesn't put you on higher ground.
Yeah.
Socially, whatever.
Spiritually, emotionally.
Nothing. It in no way does that qualify you for medal.
Well, I guess you guys will have to agree to disagree.
Because another thing.
Or maybe they agree. I don't know.
This girl or woman or whatever.
Yeah.
Wherever she is, she's commenting on Facebook. So she's in a developed country. She is in a place where she is comfortable as shit.
Yeah.
So don't sit there and tell me that you driving around in a car with your cell phone, making posts on Facebook, deserve a medal for feeding a baby. Because you know what your damn medal is for feeding that baby? Not going to prison for child neglect and abuse. That's your medal right there for feeding that baby.
Gold medals.
You want a medal? You go out there and you run around the Sahara with lions chasing after your ass and feeding the baby at the same time. Then I'll give you a fucking medal.
You said, yeah, that's good. Okay.
Is that too much?
I think that's good right where it is.
How long did that take?
11 minutes.
Fuck yeah.
So
that's good.
Tomorrow or on Sunday, I'm doing this thing with my family called family photos, right? This is a thing that white people do when they all get together and want to capture memories, right?
What the hell was that?
As a family photo.
That is horrible.
Anyway.
Why would you do that?
Dude, I don't know.
They're wearing... Okay, never mind.
This is just a thing that people do. A thing that you've probably done before, I've done before.
Just did one on my trip to Indiana.
It's been a long time. And I don't know. People like to do it.
I think family photos are silly.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Especially when there's kids. Because have you...
Don't you want to capture the moments, capture the memories in freaking digital form?
Those aren't moments. Those aren't memories. Those are
staged.
Those are staged, extremely uncomfortable, stressful situations. And everyone's like, smile. And then the one baby is like crying and screaming. And they're like, smile, smile. And everyone's just like, oh my God, the baby's not going to stop.
The photographer's like shaking a toy.
Yeah. And then when that baby finally smiles, freaking... Cousin Jimmy's over there picking his nose because he wasn't paying attention, and then the 3-year-old starts freaking out, and then like the grandpa's like, oh my God, my back is killing me, and the whole time, and then you end up with that wonderful family photo smile, which is like
Christmas card. Yeah, and
I'm happy.
You'd rather have the moments of like spontaneous.
Exactly.
Like I don't even know.
I have this wonderful picture of my brother and his daughter. And you know what? When I was in Indiana, my sister was taking the pictures because she's trying to get into photography, and she does a really good job. But it was very uncomfortable for everybody. It was free, but it's hard to stage it because you got to get everyone, including the children, to do it. But you don't need to do that when you got spontaneous pictures.
Right.
So it's better to take pictures of like maybe the brother and the dad laughing while they're talking to each other. And then maybe the other nephew playing with the younger niece, and that's a picture. And it has more memories and it's more genuine.
Right.
Rather than matching clothes, all standing in a foliage background, all hoping you smiled the right way.
Yeah. So
I feel sorry for you. You have to do that when?
Sunday.
Ooh. Have fun.
Yeah, it'll be what it is.
You guys gonna wear matching denim too?
No. My mom said she just wants us to wear a solid colored shirt.
A solid colored shirt.
So I'm thinking black.
That's power color.
Obviously.
Slimming. Right. Makes you look strong.
The camera puts on 5 pounds or 10 pounds?
Fuck, I don't know, man.
Dude.
I have enough pounds on me enough. The camera can't do much. So
the damage is already done.
Damage is already done.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, you look fat. I am fat. Fuck off.
That's weird.
We all think it. We all have it.
Yeah.
That's what these Instagram people do. That chick that put up the Instagram picture, or the guy that's flexing over there, that's 1 picture out of 20. With the perfect
I don't know what
lighting,
picture you're
perfect
talking about.
Any
picture, okay.
Any Instagram picture is pretty much the same. Then you get amateurs like me who's like, oh, I cooked 20 pounds of ribs. Here's a picture of it. It looks amazing. Whatever.
Yeah.
Good luck on your family photos, man.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Do you have any tiny kids you have to worry about?
Just Cash.
Just Cash? Good luck.
Yeah, he'll be fine, I think.
Give him something to chew on. Just let him chew on it in the picture.
Yeah. It was 2 years ago this weekend that I got him, and I have a picture of the day I got him.
Yeah.
He's very small, and I'm holding him. The lady who we bought them from took a picture of everybody that bought a puppy. So this weekend I'm going to recreate that picture of me holding him now. So that'll be good.
Wow, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I'll do a little side-by-side.
You should totally put it up on the
page?
The page, yeah.
Okay.
So they can see it.
Yeah.
That's freaking great.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Wow, man. Cash is a good dog. I like Cash. He's chill. You know.
Yeah.
Pit bulls get a bad rap.
They do.
And Cash
It's
is
racism.
It's racism.
Yeah.
Speciesism.
Whatever.
Species something. Freaking dumb. I mean, I get it. That's what they're designed to do, but there are meaner dog breeds out there. Chow.
Yeah.
Dalmatians. Dachshunds.
Yeah.
Those. I mean, a lot of the small animals.
Yeah.
Small dogs.
Ferocious.
Just fucking mean. And there's some that are fucking huge. Like there's the Caucasians. You ever heard of the Caucasians? It's a dog species. Look it up.
Those are white people.
No, look it up. Look, Google. We're gonna Google.
If I Google Caucasian, it's going to come up with a lot of white
Caucasian
people, family
dog.
photos.
Caucasian dog. Russian, Caucasian, whatever dog. Caucasian mountain dog. Boom. See?
Oh, that's weird.
Those fucking things are mean.
What?
They were designed and bred in Russia to guard military installations. At least that's what I've heard. And those things
Institutions?
can be installations. An installation is kind of like a place that's been built up for military usage and all that stuff. Those things are fucking huge, and they can be very, very, very mean.
They are huge.
Now, if that dog decides to take
Dude.
off, that bitch is not stopping that dog, and that dog is going to tear whatever it was running at to pieces. It's like a freaking bear, but it's a dog.
Well, have you ever seen that massive pit bull dog?
Mastiff. I have seen a Mastiff pit bull dog.
No, massive pit bull.
No. Look up Mastiff pit bull mix.
Those things are huge.
This isn't one of those like
that?
photoshopped things.
No, that's a real dog.
that.
His name's Hulk.
Huh?
I watched a whole special on him.
That's a altered picture.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why does she look all stretched out? And why does the blanket look like it's leaning for no reason? Why is there a curvature right there in that little wood frame?
Dude, it's a real... Okay, it may be an altered picture, but it's a real dog.
That looks more realistic.
That's a real dog.
Damn, that's a huge dog.
Yeah.
And that tiny girl? Woo-wee.
Right?
What's his name?
Hulk.
Hulk? His name should have been Tiny.
Good point.
Tiny.
Speaking
If I
of
ever get a
Hulk...
giant dog, I'm naming him Tiny or Squeaky, something demeaning, but it's supposed to mean like he's a small dog. Like, hey, you want to go home and see my dog Tiny?
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
like, oh my god, he's so cute. And then the door opens. They're like, what the is that?
Speaking of Hulk, you sent me this Joker meme, right?
Yes.
That says, sorry, Jared Leto, but nobody will ever play the Joker as good as Heath Ledger.
Yes. You know why I sent you that?
You met Heath Ledger?
Huh? I wish I've met Heath Ledger.
okay.
No, that guy's freaking amazing. No, I sent you that because have you ever heard of the thing called the Curse of Ali?
No. Are you talking about Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad Ali.
Okay. Cassius Clay?
Cassius Clay. I wonder if there's another saying that's like the Babe or like the Bruce Lee. Everyone does it all the time, and everyone always talks about it. It's like a baseball player. It's like, oh, man, this person's great, but they're never going to be as good as this. It's basketball. We have it all the time. LeBron James is amazing, but he's never going to be as good as Michael Jordan. Or
There's a lot
Floyd
of...
Mayweather.
That's in everything.
Huh? Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the curse of the classics. And one of the things that I've always thought about is when does that get surpassed? Like one thing I absolutely can't stand is going to music, like orchestras and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's because, and you know, it happens a lot in like, you know, small town bands. They play songs by these groups
Yeah.
that were long ago.
Yeah.
I get it's a classic.
Covers.
But fucking do something different. Like, why does every musician have to be taught the Beethovens or the Mozarts or the Rachmaninoffs? I get that they were good, but they're dead. It's time to move on. Let's do something different. And it's the same thing with that. You have Jared Leto that was going up against Heath Ledger, who is dead, and his performance was amazing.
Well,
It
from
really
what I've
was.
heard, Jared Leto was the worst Joker.
I thought it was a different take on the Joker.
Yeah.
There
Well-
wasn't enough of him in the movie for sure to have a good opinion on it.
Right.
Because he was in it for like 8 minutes.
And I heard people say every Joker is different. Right?
Every Joker's different.
So every actor who's chosen to play the Joker has kind of made it their own and done it completely differently.
Yeah.
But that this one was no good.
Yeah. Well, I could see that. And I know that he got upset because he had a lot of cutscenes. And personally, for as big as they hyped up the Joker,
Yeah.
he wasn't in it enough.
Right.
So maybe people would have a different opinion on it if there was more material to go off of. Because in all the other movies that the Joker's been in, he wasn't in it for 8 minutes. He
Right.
was in it for a lot.
He was in it for 8 minutes.
This Jared Leto was in that movie like
Nothing.
Almost unmemorable. Like, I think completely with, like, lines and everything, like, he maybe had, like, 8 minutes.
Weird.
Something like that. But he was, like, one of the biggest catches for the movie.
For sure.
You know? People are like, oh, Jared Leto's a Joker. Look at him. I'm going to hurt you really bad. Driving the Lamborghini with glow-in-the-dark, whatever shit. I don't care. But they never really showed him.
I think there can be, like, new legends, but you're not going to ever surpass an old legend. You may statistically, but you're not going to, like, destroy their legacy, really.
No.
You can surpass them statistically.
But how frustrating would that be to be a champion and people are like, yeah, but you never would have beat Bruce Lee. It's like, Bruce Lee's dead. I don't need to beat him.
They do that all the time because there was like some team like the 96 Bulls or the 97 Bulls or something.
Fuck yeah, those guys destroyed that year.
Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen. And they're like, if that team played like the LeBron team from this age, like who would win kind of thing. And they like try to make it happen on like a video game to see or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, they're always going to be the best, and you guys can just be the new best.
Yeah.
And you may score more points than them, but does that necessarily mean you're going to beat them? Maybe, maybe not. The game's always changing. Whatever game it is, whether it's boxing or music.
Yeah.
You know, no one's going to sell as many albums as Michael Jackson. You're just not. Now
we can't say that now.
You can, because nobody could have illegally downloaded Michael Jackson's album. Now they can just illegally download it. No, you're not going to get...
Yeah, but what if that changes?
Well, I guess.
See, the thing's like, everyone's always like, oh, it's changing, it's changing. Well, guess what? I'm sorry to break it to you. Sometimes stuff goes back to where it was. I mean, shit, look at fucking, I don't know. Media, fashion, all that stuff.
Definitely fashion.
I mean, it's crazy how, like, we go on, like, these kind of cycles. Obviously, they're different, but we go on these cycles, and we always end up back to something we did previously, but just slightly different, you know? Like the beards. Men with beards now. It is so fashionable to have a beard.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's like, I saw a post that's like, men don't have beards for women. Men have beards for other men to look at. And I thought about it, I'm like, that's true. Like, no guy's sitting there going like, oh, that chick's digging my luscious beard. No, he's going there and being like, that dude's beard is so much like that guy's beard is so much thinner than mine. Mine is so much thicker.
Okay.
It's so much longer.
Yeah.
We're talking about beards still, everybody. So,
yeah.
But, you know, then you got like music that's coming through, like the whole folk music's making a big comeback. I enjoy listening to some of it, you know, not all of it, but some of it.
Yeah, that's definitely happens in art. It happens in art.
Yeah. The past comes back. Nostalgia's super, I think, important to society.
Yeah.
Totally.
I read this thing I have some stuff from Reddit that I found.
Oh, check it out.
And one of the things was a lot of the kids that missed the 90s really missed the early 2000s.
Really?
Like they mistake what's from what.
Really?
Right? Another thing was the word Nemo is Latin for nobody, so perhaps the character from Finding Nemo never existed. Nemo's father has a psychotic break after losing his entire family in the prologue, and the rest of the film takes place in his mind.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Then this other one.
That's like a Memento movie.
This other one that you might have to explain to me. Actually, no, I get it. It's, what if every dog is reincarnated into another dog after they die, and whenever you see a person walking their dog who goes crazy and tries to meet you and be your best friend is really your childhood dog trying to tell you he knows and misses you?
That's a quinkadink.
That's weird, dude.
It's a very big quinkadink, especially if that dog was born close to you when there's an entire planet to be born on.
True.
So, is your dog's new body in the middle of China and is about to get eaten? You never know.
I don't know.
You never know.
At his maximum speed, Usain Bolt legally cannot sprint through a school zone.
Wow. What about the pictures of him just smiling at guys as he's running past them?
Yeah, did you see that?
How fucking crazy is that? That guy is that freaking fast.
And I think this was his last Olympics.
This is, well, how long he's been... Is this second?
I thought he said like this was his last one.
Oh, man.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I mean, that's a big dog, man. That's such a huge dog. Usain Bolt. What a runner. How crazy.
Right.
This is how fast he is.
Says 2016 will be his last Olympics.
After his last race. Usain Bolt, last Olympics. Well, freaking, he's dominating. Stop while you're on top, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I guess, what were we talking about last time? You have the gunslingers, the new people in the crowd coming after you.
Right.
So I think we were talking about when Serena or her sister Williams, the tennis players were knocked out in the beginning.
Right.
So it's like, well, they've been on top for a long time.
Right, and everyone wants to knock out the guy on top.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's gunning for the guy on top. Have you ever seen Afro Samurai?
No.
Oh my God, you got to check that
It's a
movie
cartoon.
out. It is animated,
Yeah.
but believe me, it's not in any way childish. Like, it is a really crazy anime, and it's Samuel L. Jackson plays the main guy.
What was the cartoon I watched recently that was animated? But Sausage Party. Never mind. Keep going.
Oh God, that show was crazy. I loved it. But you ever seen Boondock Saints?
No.
No, not Boondock Saints. The Boondocks.
No.
You've never seen the Boondocks?
I know what it is.
Okay, so it's...
I've seen Boondock Saints, but
the
not
way
Boondock.
those guys talk in like Afro Samurai, like look up the cover for Afro Samurai. If you guys haven't seen it, this movie is amazing. It's graphic, it's really deep. It is not what I would say a child's like show. Don't let your kid freaking watch this movie.
I'm not going to watch this movie.
Samuel L. Jackson plays that guy.
Oh, it's just a movie or is it a TV show?
It's a movie. So, and it's really, really cool. So, well, Samuel L. Jackson plays the main guy, and what's happening in this world is that band he has on his head, that marks him as the number one
Samurai?
like fighter, like the strongest. Like they are. He is the strongest fighter there is in this world. And so what you have is these bands that are all over the planet, all over the place, and each warrior is trying to get up in numbers. So like he'll get like number 6, and then what he'll do is like, all right, now I'm going to kill number 5.
Oh,
and they just keep going up and up and up and up. And at the beginning, his father, who had number 1, gets killed. It's right in the open credits. No spoilers. Fucking, you see it coming.
Spoiler alert.
You see it coming a mile away.
Spoiler alert.
But the movie is about him finding the guy who killed his father to get the number 1 headband back, and it's like the concept of gunslinger, like totally, like that's what it is. Like people are just climbing, they're just getting to the top. They're trying to get that top slot, and then once they get it, it's like being the number 1 in a foot race or a car race.
Yeah,
you have all those people just freaking on your ass. And you are doing everything you can to stay ahead of them, and they're just like pushing for you.
Right.
So it's a really cool concept, and that show is amazing. That's a recommendation, guys, and let me know what you think, because it is an amazing show, and I think you should watch it.
Okay.
So
noted.
Very much noted.
I was explaining the concept of parallel universes to my buddy yesterday.
Oh yeah.
He didn't understand it. Because I was like, oh, like I wish that I started the conversation with like, I wish that girl was single or something. I'm like, maybe in a parallel universe or something she is. And he was like, oh yeah, and you guys are probably doing it right now. I'm like, yeah, I've sent my best wishes out to that Brad out there. and then I was explaining like there's infinite number of parallel universes, and like in every one there's a version of you that's like made different choices. So I was telling him that like in one version he's doing life in jail because he decided to kill his wife's ex-husband, when in this life he chose not to, kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, and in one version, like I'm dating Beyonce, just because in an infinite number of parallel universes, every option that can happen happens eventually. And then in some versions, like we decided to like nuke ourselves during World War II, and that universe just has no life on it, right?
So that wouldn't technically be a parallel universe for you, because in that universe you would never have existed.
Right, but it was a parallel universe.
Yeah.
That's
so like. Well, when you bring in like idea of parallel universes, you're bringing in the idea of like infinite. Like just in the human brain, like we're like, oh, infinite, that means it's never ending. Just because we know what the definition is does not mean that we understand the concept fully.
Right, and then I explained the plot of the movie The One with Jet Li. Have you ever seen that? It's where if you travel, Jet Li figures out how to travel to different parallel universes, and and when you go and kill yourself in the other universes, you become stronger. So he likes going through all the universes, killing himself. And like in some, he's like a bartender, and some he's like a freaking dad with kids, and he has to kill all these versions. So then he becomes the only version of himself and the strongest version. And like Jason Statham's a cop, and like a universe cop, and is like traveling behind him, trying to fucking kill him.
Wow.
But then how
fucked up is that? You're just trying to kill yourself.
Yeah,
kill you.
But then the thing is, like, the less copies of you there are, the stronger the other copies get. So in the last thing is he's trying to kill the last version of himself, which is now like as strong as he is, kind of thing.
So it's kind of like Highlander, but kung fu.
Yeah, so much kung fu.
Yes, so much. Well, Jet Li, man, he's been doing it for so long. Like, I never realized like how long Jet Li has been doing it for. Same with Jackie Chan. I mean, like we all know these guys. We grew up with them, but have you seen like their young stuff? Like, have you ever seen
the only thing
Drunken
anyone's
Master?
ever seen is Jackie Chan's young stuff, because he hasn't done anything in like 20 years.
No, like when I first like figured out like who Jackie Chan was like Rush Hour.
True.
I'm like, oh, Jackie Chan, who's this guy? Oh, he's a kung fu guy. This is fun. And then he was like in Shanghai Nights and all that stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But you go back to their younger stuff, and it's so crazy.
Like
to watch
Mr. Nice Guy or Jackie Chan's First Strike.
I think
Jackie Chan's First Strike was good.
I'd like him in Drunken Master. That's my
I've
favorite one.
that.
That's a really good one. That one's really cool. Is Drunken Master. But Jet Li, I've never seen any of his new stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Not new stuff. Old, like when he was young. Like
no. The thing about Jackie Chan is he could be kind of funny as well, or the director could make him funny.
Jet Li could be kind of funny too.
No.
Sometimes. I like him in The Expendables. That's just
oh, really?
Yeah, but those are just fun, like bro out movies, whatever.
Ugh.
But I was on Netflix, and Netflix has like this. Oh, thank God for Netflix! It's so amazing.
Jaws is coming to Netflix September 1st.
Really?
Yeah.
It's gonna be slammed. But I was freaking. I was like, all the '80s classics were up on there, and it's weird because sometimes Netflix will just like throw you something that you would never have looked up anyways.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, that movie! Oh, like that movie! And I had just watched some kung fu movies, so they were spitting all these ones at me, and there was like 10 of them with Jet Li from the 1980s. And it's like young Jet Li, where I almost didn't recognize him.
Right.
And I put some of them on my queue because I'm going to watch them. See how they go.
I don't know if Jackie Chan's very good or not.
Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
He's good.
Okay.
He's good.
All right.
I mean, he's not going to go out and like kill 20 men in a bar fight, but
in real life?
In real life, yeah.
Oh, because that's what he does in the movie.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he's very talented. I think he's very skilled. And if I think I tried to pick a fight with him, he'd probably break my nose. Really easily.
Even though he's probably, how old do you think he is?
I don't give a shit. He'll still kick my ass.
61?
He's 61 something, but he's been working on his body and everything for years. So he's got like that old man strength.
Well, guess. I say 61.
62.
Fuck.
We'll see. Excuse me, everybody. My nose. I'm trying not to sneeze.
Damn it. God damn it. 62.
Boom! Yeah! Look at that motherfucker!
Net worth $1.88 billion.
Holy shit. That man is wealthy.
That's really wealthy.
That's not Jackie Chan.
That?
Who is that?
That's Jackie Chan.
That does not look like Jackie Chan.
Well.
Click on it. Click on the picture. Oh, it is Jackie Chan. He looked like that one guy for a second.
That other Asian guy?
The one I thought that was one of Bruce Lee's like grandkids or something for the longest time, but he's actually not. Jason Scott Lee.
Okay.
You know who Jason Scott Lee is? He played Mowgli.
In the new one?
He played Mowgli in the real life. Look it up. He's,
oh my God.
You'll recognize him. Jason Scott Lee. Bam. That guy. Right there.
Okay.
He played Bruce Lee in the Return of the Dragon. No, click on that picture. The one next to it. Bam. Look at that fucker. When he played Bruce Lee in the Return of the Dragon, I think, or Enter the Dragon movie.
Oh, really?
Freaking amazing movie.
No, he looks familiar. I need to look at his IMDb.
Yeah, so he's been in movies for a long time. Like he played Mowgli and all that stuff. He was one of the extras in Back to the Future 2. He was one of Biff's like freaking sidekick dudes.
Interesting.
But yeah, he was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Who the fuck was he in that? Oh my God. Anyways, he did such a good job in the Bruce Lee remake. Yeah, Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. You have to watch that movie. That movie is amazing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen
that.
Yeah. So I thought that looked like him for a second because they had the same kind of hair, but it was Jackie Chan.
Good.
Just tore up his shit back when he was
similar.
20 something.
So you sent me this graffiti thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this this article that had a bunch of pictures of graffiti that was like art as graffiti kind of deal.
Yeah.
This was one of them, and then this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
This kind of whole like urban artistic graffiti thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, can graffiti be art or can art be graffiti?
Yeah. I mean, you have people talking about this concept all the time.
Oh shit! This was our imagery for breastfeeding. I forgot to click on.
Oh, Jim Carrey, we love you. That's amazing.
So,
well, yeah, let's get back to the art. Now that you just showed us that picture. Yeah, what do you think of it? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think that's art. But I think there's a lot of graffiti that's not art. Like people just writing their name like Ghost on a train car.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good. I guess it's art.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't think people should be writing graffiti on shit that they don't own.
Do you think that stuff should be outlawed?
No. I think it looks
I mean,
awesome.
I get it if you put it down like an alleyway or something where it's not damaging or
this
hurting
is the
anybody, then
like
there's no problem.
That's from Sandpoint.
Yep, that's one of Sandpoint's alleyways. So,
but what if you don't own a building? Like, should you be able to go in the middle of the night tonight, put your shoes on, put all black on, and grab a can of red graffiti and a can of white graffiti and go spray paint on the side of like the federal building in Sandpoint?
I don't think you should be allowed to do that.
Okay, even if it's badass art.
Even if it's badass art, because it's not yours.
Right.
You know, I totally agree with that.
Right.
But
someone's like some small business owner owns a store and then kids like graffiti up his walls with like, cuss words or freaking whatever.
Oh yeah, I don't agree with that either. But
even if it looks good.
No, those pictures kind of like we were showing, or like there's street artists. Like one of my favorite, and he's very well known. There's a documentary that was kind of about him.
Banksy?
Like, Banksy.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones I really love, and I love looking at his art. It's just it's interesting.
Right.
So, but there are a lot of people out there. I have a friend. His name is Corey Harris, and he does spray paint art. He does amazing pictures.
Right.
And they had I don't know, is it called street art conference or like competition going on down in Salt Lake City, I think last year. And they had all these big walls that were just open for people to do art on. And he did this amazing picture. So you have all these people though, like in art museums and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Art galleries and shows where they think that's crap. That's not actual art. But then you have the painting that sells for $13 million. That's just two shades of blue with a white line down the middle. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I totally understand that the art world, especially like the art collection world.
No, I hate that shit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I can't handle that.
I mean, it's all about who you know and what your name is. I mean, you could be an amazing painter, but if you paint something like that and it sells for that much, that's stupid.
And it's like
they're buying a name. They're not buying a picture.
And it's like there's no price tag on the art at those places. The art cost what you'd pay for it, something like that. That's how
I would
much
pay
it's
like
worth.
$20 for that painting.
But if someone wants to pay $2.5 million, then now it's worth $2.5 million.
Now it's a status. It's like who has the biggest financial dick.
Yeah.
Who's gonna get that?
Yeah, get it.
And I totally understand that. Like, people put time into their art, and that's what they're trying to live off of. But sometimes they just ask, way too much.
Oh, yeah.
It's just crazy, and those don't make any sense. And then you have people that get upset when guys go out and do stuff like this. Granted, if you go and just do it on someone's building without permission or no kind of like actual purpose, then yes, it's frustrating because it deals with like property values and stuff like that. But like when you have these huge buildings like in Spokane or whatever, or in other cities that have these gorgeous pictures on them.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, who was it? There was
looks good.
It looks amazing. I think it's art. So whereas that painting that sells for $30 million, I don't think that's art.
Right.
So, yeah. I like your opinion on it. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's about being considerate. That's the hard part.
I did not find a Dear Prudence for today.
That's all right. I didn't need one. We had a Dear Prudence earlier. It was the breastfeeding thing. I do have a controversial thing I would like to talk to you about, though. And this is going to hackle a lot of people's, I guess, I don't know. Their hairs are going to stand up.
Is it about men should have more rights than women?
Oh, no, don't go to that. No, it's not
I'm
about.
I'm trying to find.
It's not men should have more rights than women. It's about in political, moral, or like ethical issues where like certain stances are not taken upon at all. Like you have the whole stance that, in abortion. There's like we have a organization here in town that march around during like festivals and parades and like all these things, and they walk around with giant pictures of babies that have been aborted, and it's like abortion is sin and against God and you're going to hell kind of stuff.
Right.
I totally understand that abortion, in my opinion, should not be just birth control. No, but you don't need to walk around with a picture of a dead baby. Then my 6-year-old see that.
Right.
And then they're like, well, if you took a stance, this wouldn't happen. And it's like, no, you're just being a dick, man. You're not helping anybody. You're just being an asshole. And now my kid is like going to be scarred for life because he saw that picture that you put up.
Right.
So, but then I thought about it because
You joined the group.
No.
Oh.
No, I put this, there's this picture that I saw on Facebook that my friend put up. Wonderful woman. Absolutely love her. She's I've known her for about a year now, and she put up this picture. Can you guys see that? No?
I can go to it.
Yeah, you can go to my Facebook and you guys can see that.
Right.
But there's a saying on there. And it says, if they make abortion illegal, they should make it illegal for men to desert women after getting them pregnant. If women can't back out of a pregnancy, men shouldn't be able to either. That made me think about something.
Because if a woman wants to get an abortion, it doesn't matter what the guy wants. If the guy wants to raise a child, he has no say, right?
Exactly.
But if a guy wants to get an abortion, it just doesn't make sense of what his opinion is.
The father of the baby has absolutely no stance on what the hell happens with that kid. And I think this would eliminate a lot of the issues, especially in like really religious communities where like women will get pregnant just in order for a guy to marry them or to get money.
Well, that happens everywhere, in every community.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about from what I know.
Talk to some NBA players.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, now granted, I'm sure there's reverse cases, but I've never even heard of one. So,
oh, hell yeah.
Where the guy gets a chick pregnant in order to get money or to get married.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's happened. We got a third person in the studio, and she's really laughing. I'm having a great time.
Yeah. If Jennifer Lopez wants to sleep with me, it's happening.
You're going to just do everything you can?
To have a baby?
You're going to do it all?
Yes.
That's so fucked up.
Why?
And then if she gets pregnant, she doesn't want to have the kid.
Well,
and you're sitting there being...
she'll want to have it. She's a good person. She's a good person.
I'm just speaking hypothetically.
Well, okay.
But that's the thing. Now, I totally understand that if they're going to make abortion illegal, that's completely bullshit. They have no right to do that. There are times where, like...
That's your opinion?
There's medical cases. This is my opinion. There's medical cases. There are just personal moral reasons. But you can't sit there and tell a guy... How's the word? A man should have a say in what's happening with the baby as well.
Like a 50-50 kind of thing?
Like
because as we discussed earlier...
Like if the man can prove that they took steps to make sure that they didn't get pregnant, that he's not financially stable enough to be able to afford a child, and that it would be not socially, but it would be mentally and physically endangering of a child. So like, let's say you have a 19-year-old kid that got a girl he slept with pregnant, and that girl's religious and she doesn't believe in abortion, but he doesn't want to have a kid. And he could show that she said that she was on birth control and that he was using condoms and that somehow it still fucking happened.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not financially stable enough to raise another human being. I don't have any medical coverage.
Well, then you shouldn't have been having premarital sex with her.
Well, see, that's bullshit, because that's the only thing. Yeah. Whereas, like, you'll have a woman that gets pregnant.
You should save yourself for marriage.
And she wants to not have the baby, but she wants to have the choice to not have the baby. I think that everyone should have a say in it. I really think they should.
Have you ever seen the show Weeds?
No.
Do you know what you don't know the show Weeds?
I know what it is, but I've never seen it.
There's a scene in it where the kid's sitting in his room poking holes through condoms with a needle. The guy is. Because he's dating this really hot deaf girl and he wants to get her pregnant. So she's like she wants to break up with him.
Damn, that's so fucked up.
It's so freaking. It's such a weird scene.
Fucking freak. That's so.
It's a weird scene.
That is scary. Like, that is fucking scary.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, and obviously it happens. People make fun of it, but it happens. But in the situation of abortion, I mean, I think every person should have a say. Just like it's a woman's body and she has a right to say what happens.
Yeah, but how is
the guy's life and he has a right to say what happens.
It's like if a woman wants to have an abortion and doesn't want to have a child and the guy does, you're going to force her to go through 9 months of freaking all the misery that you discussed earlier. That's pretty twisted.
So is it being twisted at saying this guy that doesn't even want to be with you now has to pay who knows how much a month for the next 18 years of his life? He now has to invest. He now has to invest physical and emotional energy in raising a child that he never wanted in the first place, which is putting that child into a dangerous situation for possible psychological harm, because now he's dealing with a resentful parent,
right? A
parent that never wanted kids in the first place,
right?
Does that sound any better? I don't see why a woman should be able to say, I'm having this child and you have to pay for it for the next 18 years. And a guy can't say, we've been together for this long, or I barely know you and we took precautions for you not to have a baby, so I don't think you should have a baby.
You just got to educate kids better, man.
I think we should.
Because I don't know how your health class went, but my health class was just about like how to exercise.
We really didn't have a health class. We had like the exercise, but all we had is like, you're going to grow hair, you're going to start smelling, girls are going to start bleeding, things are going to start growing weird. That's all.
I didn't even get that much.
They never told us that this is how much babies usually cost. This is what mental and psychological development is going to be like.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, say goodbye to sleep for the next year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They never tell you that shit.
No, they don't. God. They don't even tell you how to buy a house.
Oh
I wish there was a
or
freaking,
do taxes.
No, a class in high school called How to Buy a House. Not freaking Algebra 1 or Algebra 2. How to Buy a House.
There should be... exactly. No algebra. There should be a class called Adulthood 101. Adulthood
that's like
2.201, Adulthood 301, Adulthood Advanced course.
They
teach you how to do all that shit, how to bounce a checkbook, how to deal with taxes and interest rates, and how to manage finances, credits, you know,
those fuckers.
Legal laws and stuff like that, dictating certain like things that every adult is going to deal with.
Yeah,
they never teach you that bullshit.
No,
they teach you how to find the space of a triangle.
Oh my god, I'm so mad right now.
What the fuck? What a waste of time.
Yeah, it is a waste of time.
And then they make you pay $300 for a fucking book that has all the information that you can go on the internet and get for free.
Yeah, I'm talking about like high school.
Well, college is just the new high school, man.
College is the new high school? Dude,
have you looked at high schoolers now? They're fucking kids. They are children. Even I don't think a kid or a person is considered an adult. Fuck the age thing. Yeah, you're 18 now. You have to pay taxes or you can go die, but you can't buy a beer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can go get shot at by another soldier from another country, but you can't buy a beer.
I don't know what high schools you're hanging out by, but the ones I hang out at, I'm looking at the kids like eye to eye, and they look like as old as me. They're huge.
I'm seeing kids, and I'm like, you look like a damn child.
Oh, wow.
And then they go to college where they have free access to student loans, and you have kids driving around in Audis.
Dude,
going to school
on top of the world.
Oh my fucking god.
Loving life.
They are fucking children.
I'm so jealous of them.
They are children. They are put in the position where they can do everything.
How amazing would it be to just be like 14 right now? Oh. On top of the world, living life.
No, I'd rather be 16.
Snapchat.
I'd rather be 16. 17. 17.
We didn't have Snapchat when I was in high school.
I'd rather be 17. I'm not an adult yet. I don't have to pay taxes and any of that bullshit. But I'm old enough now that I can get away with some stuff that I'm, wasn't able to do when I was 14. And I can drive. And I can work.
Who wants to? You don't even want to work.
You work 20 hours a week at some part-time job, and then whatever. You can afford a phone and gas for your car and your little cheapo car that you had, and all you have to worry about is whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I didn't have Snapchat or fucking Periscope in middle school. All I had was boring-ass MySpace.
MySpace.
We're the greatest generation.
At least they let you put, like, music playlists on their pages. That was something I think Facebook should do. Like, you can actually make, like, a playlist for your pet.
No, please no.
Why not?
No.
Why?
No. Because nobody likes good music.
Nobody likes
crappy
good music. If you go onto a person's website and you're not there long enough to be like, hey, me and this guy have been friends for 3 years. Oh, this is his music. Oh, fuck his music and get off. If you like that, then you shouldn't be that guy's friend anyways.
Whatever.
Because that's a total dick move.
What?
That's like me walking into your house and you're playing Kanye.
Yes.
And I was like, dude, Kanye sucks dick. I'm leaving. Bye. You're like,
oh, well.
I'm not inviting Mike over for a beer anymore.
Well, on the page, you can just press pause.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you don't want to listen to Kanye, which if I visited your page, I wouldn't leave your page because I mean, maybe.
I don't give a fuck. I guarantee you whatever music you got playing on your page, I'm not going to want to listen to. It's going to be some Mumford & Sons or some shit.
No, probably 21 Pilots at the moment.
Oh, well,
they're fucking killing it. Love it. 21 Pilots, guys. If you don't know who the fuck they are, get out from under a rock and go look them up because they're amazing.
Yeah, we talked about them before.
Yeah, they're good stuff. So, or maybe I can have some Civil Wars playing and you'd be like, what the fuck is this Southern folk music bullshit?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get out because you're uncultured. You just listen to Kanye.
Yeah, that's called culture. Welcome to freaking hip hop culture.
I put the Get Down on my list at Netflix.
Alicia liked it a lot,
so I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
I haven't had time to watch it, so but I'll
6
look
episodes. You don't feel obligated.
It's
to
only
watch
6
it.
episodes.
6 episodes.
An hour long.
I think they're about an hour.
That's not that bad. Maybe I just been super slammed.
You'll probably like it,
dude.
That's some culture.
Slammed. I'm interested. I'm interested to see how it worked out.
Okay.
You know, there's a movie that I've always wanted to watch, but I've never seen.
Bridesmaids.
8
Mile.
Mile.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
That's really depressing.
I know, and it's a movie I've wanted to see. But
you need to watch
whenever
that
I have the
before you
opportunity to see it, I have the opportunity to see it.
Well, don't do it. We're gonna turn the show off. Don't do anything else.
You're gonna go watch
You don't watch the Get Down. You're gonna just have to watch that.
The 8 Mile. Well, I really want.
It's not called the 8 Mile. It's just called 8 Mile.
It's just called 8 Mile.
Yeah.
8 Mile.
It's like calling it the Facebook.
The Facebook.
8 Mile.
The 8 Mile.
Oh, God damn it.
So, I'm a big guy.
So, do you think it's weird to have heroes that you don't know?
Heroes that you don't know?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
I don't know. Martin Luther King.
Who's somebody that you look up to?
Martin Luther King.
No, fuck that. How about the guy that wrote that book you really like, 48 Laws of Power?
Okay, Robert Greene.
Okay. Do you know anything about him personally besides the stats that are on his page?
No.
So you don't know what he likes, what he reads, what he likes to eat in the morning,
right?
Whether he's a morning person or a night person,
right?
Okay. But you still look up to him because of what he wrote, right?
Sure. Or even like Joe Rogan.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's completely fine.
Yeah.
It's just like Michael Jackson. Amazing music, great performer, probably one of the best ever. But personally, I wouldn't want to hang out with him.
Okay. That's you.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, nobody that I know in real life is what I would call one of my heroes.
Nobody?
No. A lot of them are people that I don't know. And the thing is, if I met them, they probably wouldn't turn into my heroes anymore.
What makes a hero?
Because they say don't meet your heroes. Because then you'll be like, wow, this person's actually human, and like they're kind of annoying me right now. Well, they're not really the like mystical figure that I thought they were. You know what I mean?
Well, it's what makes them a hero. Like, what do you consider a hero? Do you consider superpowers hero? Do
just
you
people that
really successful a hero?
Success is definitely a part of it.
Do you think people in
whatever they want to do? Because somebody that's doing what they want to do and is successful at it and like gives out good vibes and good art that you appreciate. That's a hero quality in that.
So you've never met anyone in your life that's just your standard whatever guy or chica that is successful in what they want to do?
Oh, I've met people like that. Plenty.
And you don't consider them a hero?
No.
Because that's exactly what you just described. Someone that's successful.
Yeah, I know, but it's like the fact that I have met them is just kind of...
Now, you're using like hero...
There's things that they do that I would aspire to like mirror. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't give them that stamp of hero quality.
What is the definition of a hero?
I don't know. You want me to look it up?
Yeah, let's look it up. What is the definition of hero? Because now we're arguing the meaning of the word. Because is a hero someone that has superpowers?
I thought you were just asking, like, okay, a person, typically a man who is admired or idolized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities.
All right, so heroine or hero. So a typical man is admired or idolized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. I perceive noble qualities as more of what a hero is.
Like someone who's just, like, compassionate?
And I think courage is, that was kind of rhetoric for them to put idolized for courage or noble qualities, because courage is just a noble quality. Outstanding achievements, I think your way of looking at people is more of the outstanding achievements. That's what you think of as a hero.
Okay.
As someone that's done something amazing or incredible.
Right.
Rather than just like how they are. Because I have people in my everyday life that I consider under that definition a hero.
Interesting.
The cliche, my father.
Right.
You know, everyone's like, why your father? Like, why is your father one and I don't consider my father one, or blah, 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 whatever turn. I think my dad's a fucking hero because my dad has been in constant pain for the last, he was 35 when he had a stroke. He's been hurting since then.
You guys look a lot like each other too.
Yeah, well, I think I always thought I would look more like my mom. I think it's because I got my mom's eyes. But
kind eyes.
Yeah. Beautiful eyes. But my dad has been in pain for the last 25 years. Ever since he had a stroke. Back injury, all these horrible things he's had to deal with. So he's been in constant pain. Like, it hurts for them just to like sit there. He can barely sleep. But he's a patient man. He's kind. He, like, when I was going through my divorce and separation, he was always kind to the woman that I've now been with for 8 years, where the rest of my family was very mean to her.
Oh.
So he was always very nice to her.
Yeah.
He's a loving man who cares about people.
Right.
Even though he's in constant misery.
Right.
That's a noble quality. That's amazing.
That is noble.
So I consider him a hero.
All right.
And then I have a coworker who I consider a hero because he doesn't let others dictate what he does in his life. He always goes for what he knows he wants to go for. He knows what he wants and he works to get that. Even when some people consider him rude or selfish because he doesn't bend to meet their idea, their like
like
concepts of how a person should be.
Yeah, inside their box.
Yeah. Like he's always trying to do what he thinks he needs to do. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing.
And so I consider him a hero in a lot of ways.
Interesting.
So I'm going to miss him too because he just left. He doesn't work with us anymore.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. So who do you consider a hero?
Dude, athletes, rappers, figures, authors, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got the guys.
Podcasters.
48 Laws of Power. Would you consider Joe Rogan a hero of yours?
Absolutely.
I think he's amazing too.
Yeah, dude.
So,
but it's like, I don't know. If I met him, would I still think that way? Probably not. I probably think he's just a cool guy.
Yeah.
It would take it away.
I wonder why that would happen. Because you think your hero would always be.
I think I'm not alone in that boat though.
Well,
because I've heard people say don't ever meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Is it just because they're humanized that makes them less heroic? Wouldn't that make them more heroic?
No.
Why not?
It's like somebody.
Joe Rogan is an extremely successful guy who's been doing who knows what for years, and he's doing well.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He's human too. He doesn't want to wake up in the fucking morning. He gets sick and doesn't want to go to the gym, but he still does it. So the more human it is, the better he is. Because he still chooses to be better.
Yeah. But I feel like if I took like a long road trip with a lot of those people, I would start to hate them real quick. You know?
Maybe that just makes you an asshole, Brad.
Hey, maybe it does.
So maybe it does. Sorry to say it. I love you, but maybe it does.
I wish I had a fucking Dear Prudence.
It's all right, man. We already had a Dear Prudence. We don't need one.
I want one.
Why?
Because it's fun.
So we didn't get... well, besides the Mike, you're a dick post that we had earlier at the beginning of the show, which is, awesome. I don't know who this girl is, but power to you for trying to call me out.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Maybe she'll have more for you.
We don't need one, man. We already did one.
Okay, fine. You don't want
one. We had one at the beginning of the show. It lasted 11 minutes.
What else are we going to talk about? What are you doing today?
What am I doing today?
Barbecuing? Swimming?
No. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing today.
Okay.
I was really upset this morning because I went to go get my bike started, which I was going to ride at this freaking bike show that some of my friends in town have set up.
Uh-huh.
It's called Bikes, Blues, and Brews.
Uh-huh.
And one of them is a bartender at a local brew hall, and the other one is a frequenter of the establishment and a good friend of mine. And they wanted to start this up. They thought they're going to get like 30, 40 people, and it's looking like they're going to have a few hundred people. So they had this concept to start this fun little thing, and it just took off.
Bikes, Brews, and...
Pikes, Blues, and Brews.
Oh, blues as in like music.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was awesome that they thought up this idea, and it's just working out. And I was really looking forward to it. I got my motorcycle registered and everything. I wanted to go ride on it, and I go to start my bike just to have it run for a few minutes today, and it fucking won't start.
Do you just can you like jumpstart a bike?
I think I have to. I think I have to jumpstart it, and hopefully it'll run. But now that means I can't trust my bike on the ride tomorrow. I can't take that thing on a 2-hour ride and then end up at a gas station. My bike's not starting.
Yeah. You're going to be riding on the back of some big old guy with a gray beard freaking hanging on to him.
I wouldn't care, man. I'd hold on to his beard. I'd be like, dude, can I hold your beard? But it's just frustrating because now I can't trust it. And so now I can't go because I'm not going to be the guy that's bike isn't starting at the gas station.
Well...
So that's kind of a downer, but I got a lot done.
Yeah.
I mean,
yesterday there was this really awkward situation that I had.
What?
I went to a restaurant with somebody from work, and we were going there with 4 other people from work. They weren't there yet. Me and the one guy go in first. I find something that I'm holding in my hand that I no longer want. Let's just say it's not like trash, but it's something I know. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's something like I don't want that I want to just throw away because I don't want to hang on to it while we're all hanging out. Mm-hmm. Let's just say it's like a phone case or something.
Okay.
So the waitress sits us at the booth and gives us menus and says, I'll be right back to take a drink order or something. And I say, can you throw this away for me, please? And she's just like, she's like, no. She's like, I don't feel comfortable throwing away your stuff for you.
She said that?
Yeah. She's like, why would you want me to? She's like, why don't you just want to keep it? I'm like, oh, I just kind of just want to throw it away, but there's no like trash can out in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like behind the bar. So I'm like, will you throw this away for me? And we talked for like, I'm like, I'll tip you big if you throw this away. She's like,
you just said no?
And she's like, I don't get any of the tips. And I'm like, you don't make tips here? She's like, no, they don't tip me out. I just get paid hourly. She's like, I'm not your server. I just like seat people. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, she's your hostess.
Yeah, but I'm like, she's like, I don't feel comfortable with like throwing it away for you kind of thing. And I'm like, all right, And I'm like, if I was her, I literally would have just said yes because it would have been less work than all going through all that.
Wow.
So then I ended up just
What was it?
safety glasses.
So then
I ended up like the booth was against the wall, so I ended up just like throwing it behind the booth.
I could see. I guess the only
because
reason
they were on my
she
head.
wouldn't want to touch it is because you've been wearing them.
They were on my head when I walked into the bar, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm just gonna throw these away."
Mm-hmm.
But there was no trash cans like out in a restaurant.
Yeah, I get you. That is an awkward situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's really weird.
I feel like an asshole for asking her that. However, I used to work drive-thru at KFC, and people would be like, "Hey, can you throw this away for me?"
Mm-hmm.
Then I would just throw it away for them.
Yeah, because it was just simpler.
It's just
less work.
We're just exchanging shit.
That is a weird situation, man. Have I ever had one of those?
Probably.
Like where I said, could I? And they're just like, no. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've ever really had a situation like that before. Not that I can remember off the top of my head.
It was like a 2-minute long.
I bet that just threw you off because, like, in your mind, you were already like 3 steps ahead of what was going to happen after you handed her the glasses. She went and threw it away, and she's like, "No," and like the whole just like.
Well, no,
gone.
she like took them and was holding them, and I sat down, and she's just like, she's like, I don't feel comfortable throwing these away for you. I'm like, okay, give them
Weird.
back.
That's just weird on her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird on you, like just wanting to throw them away when you could just like. Hook them on your shirt or somewhere, or you could have just thrown them away yourself.
Where? Behind the bar?
Excuse me, do you know where a trash can is? I can throw.
I guess I could have gone
in?
into the bathroom, but
You could have done that.
it seemed like I don't know.
If
I was her, I would have played it differently.
I never felt weird about asking somebody where a trash can was, like in their establishment, because it's me saying, "Hey, I don't want to just leave this somewhere in your place. I'm just going to throw it away."
Have you ever thrown trash in someone's trash that's out on the street? Like at the end of their driveway?
I live on a 2-lot, so sometimes if our trash can's full, like maybe we forgot to put out last week and I got a trash bag and it won't fit in our trash can, now there's a possibility that's going to make a mess, I'll throw it in their trash can. And if they bitched about it, I would understand, but I would kind of think they were a dick after that. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm always like, would you rather me throw it on your lawn or in your trash can?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had... You want to hear a funny story?
Yes.
Okay, so this happened when I got back from Iraq a long time ago in the July of 2008.
Iraq, like Middle East Iraq?
Iraq,
like next
Middle
to Iran?
East, yeah.
Okay.
So I got back and we were down San Diego. I was stationed down in Miramar, and there's this place down San Diego and somewhere other places. I'm not sure where it is exactly. It's called Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
It is a giant arcade / bar / restaurant for adults.
Right.
Now, kids can go, and I think in some of the arcade areas, and they can go in the restaurant area, but they can't go in the bar area, and they can't go in like a lot of the arcade areas.
Aren't there like drink holders on the machines?
I don't remember.
Okay.
All I know is that it was a big, awesome place. Well, apparently I had too much to drink.
Oh, God.
And I didn't know that I had too much to drink. I was just, this is what I remember. I remember drinking this drink that my friend called Thug's Paradise, which was funny as shit, but it was delicious. It was
Thug's Paradise?
It was Blue Alizé back in the day when they actually made Blue Alizé.
Okay.
Vodka, and then you do a drop shot of just basic orange juice with some orange liqueur in it, whatever. And it turns the drink from blue to this bright neon green.
Okay.
And it's really good. You can barely taste the alcohol, and you get shit housed off of it in like a few drinks of it. Uh-huh. It's like an adios motherfucker, like at a rave or something like that. Those drinks.
Right.
I must have had too many of those because all I remember is I'm eating my salad. It's a Parmesan. It was a Parmesan chicken salad that I had ordered. I'm like, man,
because you want to be healthy.
Man, the shit is good. I really like this and everything. And apparently, at some point, I must have been really trashed because I don't remember the waitress doing this at all. Apparently, I'd been cut off. I don't remember being cut off, like, at all. All I know is that my friend, he had a beer. I was like, dude, can I try a sip of that beer? He's like, yeah, let's try a sip. And I'm like, man, I'm going to eat this salad. All right, I got to go to the bathroom. I got to go piss. Hey, Boone, there's a guy, his name is Daniel Boone. He's actually in Spokane now, as far as I know. Could you help me get to the bathroom? I'm a little too drunk to walk there by myself. I'm at the point where I probably should stop drinking, but I'm mature enough to ask for help from a friend to get to the bathroom so I can go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you're a gentleman.
So I'm being good. So we get up and we're walking, and they stop. Security guards like, could you hold on for a second? And I look down. I'm like, oh man, there must be somebody really drunk down there for not letting people go there. So he's like, sir, you can follow me. I was like, sure, yeah. What's happening? I just need to go to the bathroom. And I have to pee.
He's kicking you out?
I'm drunk. I have to pee.
He's kicking
That's
you out.
apparently what happened. Like, I get kicked out, and I'm like, wait, what's happening? Like, what is happening? Like, I had no idea what was going on.
So was your friend helped you to the bathroom?
He was helping me to the bathroom, and I got kicked out. And this is why I got kicked out. Apparently, the waitress had cut me off, and then she saw me take a drink of one of the guys' tables.
Yeah, that's
so I'm
fair.
drinking when I'm not supposed to be drinking. I don't remember ever.
So
being
it looks
cut
like
off.
he's buying you drinks now that you're cut off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're getting rid of the drunk guy. Totally understandable.
I've never been kicked
drunk
out.
guy didn't know what was happening. It wasn't in any way like bad. Like I didn't puke on anything or pee on anything. I didn't break anything. They just had cut me off. So, and I'm totally lightweight because I haven't had a drink for like 7 months. So I get hammered super easily. So we get outside and they tell us the situation. And my friend Boone's like, what the fuck? And then like another Marine comes out because we're all Marines and stuff. And we're just celebrating us being back. And all my buddies.
Are you in uniform?
Brown? No, we're not. Marines are not allowed to do this kind of stuff in uniform.
Right.
And my friend Brown comes out, and they start arguing with the security guy. They're like, what do you do? And he's like, oh, he's cut off. They're like, what? Like, no one knew what the fuck was happening. Apparently, this waitress had just cut me off, and it told nobody, as far as I know.
Uh-huh.
So I still have to pee. And I'm waiting for my wife at the time to drive the 30 minutes it takes to get there because she didn't want to come in the first place. So I'm waiting for a pickup, and I still have to pee. And so I go up to the security guard. I'm like, can you just like walk me inside of the bathroom? Because I really need to go to the bathroom. He's like, no, you've been kicked out, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at him. I'm like, you have two choices. I can either piss in your fucking parking lot or you can let me go in the bathroom and pee in the bathroom.
I would pee in the parking lot.
And so he walked me into, me in with my friend and he let me go to the bathroom in there. And then I walked out and my wife showed up and like everyone had come out and it was just this big embarrassing bullshit. So... awkward situation, being cut off, not knowing you're being cut off, getting kicked out, not knowing you're getting kicked out, and then still having to pee and having to argue with the security guard to let you in so you can go pee in the bathroom. Because apparently a guy that now has to go to the bathroom can't pee in your establishment, but can't pee outside. Where's he going to pee?
Right.
So
I've never been kicked out or cut off.
You're a lucky guy.
In times where there's times when both should have happened. But it never happened.
Well, it's never happened since.
That's good.
And to be honest, I still don't remember what the fuck happened that night. That's as far as I remember. There must have been something else that happened because the waitress had cut me off and I don't know why. So I must have done something.
Yeah, true.
I mean, either that or she just was like, oh, this guy looks like he's getting a little tipsy.
Yeah.
So let's cut him off, but not tell anyone at the table that he's cut off. So.
Gotcha. Fucking.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry that girl wouldn't throw away your safety glasses.
It's okay.
Made you feel awkward. You're one of the guys that probably bothered you for the rest of the meal.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get over it.
What the fuck? Why would you throw my safety glasses away?
Kind of. I figured it out. I should have just went to the bathroom and threw them away, but I didn't want to go into the bathroom just to throw something away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you were about to eat. You could just went in the bathroom to wash your hands, too.
I didn't eat. I didn't eat. It was just a beer.
It was just a beer?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, sorry that bothered you, big guy.
It's okay. Sorry you got fucking cut off.
Yeah. It would happen a long time ago. I'm fine now. I just wish they still made blue Alizé because that drink was fucking delicious.
Alizé?
No, they have Alizé.
Yeah.
All they have is Hypnotic now, and Hypnotic's not the same.
I've had it, yeah.
That shit was delicious. Oh, my God. Oh, man. We live in a weird time.
Yes, we do. Back to school, end of summer.
Fuck.
It's almost September.
It's almost Labor Day.
Christmas. What am I supposed to get my mom and stepdad for Christmas?
You said you don't want to buy Christmas presents anymore.
I never do.
Well, why are you caring about it?
I have to.
Why?
We've talked about this last Christmas.
You have to either decide.
It's obligation.
You have to either decide if it's important to you or if it's not, big guy. You can't give just battling this.
The last 2 years, I've given amazing presents.
Yeah.
So I have to keep trying.
You have to.
Yeah.
Well, then you know what's happening, man. And as far as like what they want, just find out what they like. What does your mom like to do?
What old people like stuff.
What does your mom like to do? What does she like to do?
What old people like to do?
What's that?
Garden.
Garden?
Work out. Go out to dinner.
That's good.
I don't know.
So
old people things.
Old people stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Garden, work out, go out to dinner.
Which I was stressed. I was thinking about this yesterday, so I asked an old guy at work, "What would you want your kids to get you for Christmas?" And he's like 70, and he's like, "I don't have kids." Oh, okay. That was awkward.
If someone was to get you something for Christmas, what would you like?
I was thinking, me?
No,
Oh.
if you just asking the old man. I would have been
Yeah,
like, okay, well, if someone was getting you something, what would you want?
Right.
Isn't that weird when someone asks you that? And
He's
you're
like
"Wait
nothing.
a minute."
He's like, I wouldn't want anything. I just want their company because he doesn't have kids. So he just wants to hang out with kids, his kids. Like, oh my God.
I
That's
guess-
not good enough.
Well, I guess I could see that.
I was thinking like tickets to a play or something.
Tickets to a play would be
like
cool.
in Spokane, like
but to go with him. A pair of tickets.
INB Performing Arts Center place.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. I always think presents should be like mean something to like the person you're getting them for. I hate it when you get a gift and it's obvious they just went to the store the night before and they got you whatever.
But if you hand me cash, I'm going to be happier than any other gift you're going to give me.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You want the cash. If that's what you want, then that's what you want.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be cool if someone like knew you liked certain kinds of music and they got you concert tickets to one of the performers?
Oh, yes.
Bam! They knew something about you. They went to some depth to figure out what the hell you would like, and they got it for you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Would you rather get $50 or tickets to a Kanye show?
The Kanye show.
Well, there you go.
That's
Both equal,
be
to
like
both equal to $50 or whatever the hell it is. An equal amount.
$100 in the tickets.
$100.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's important.
Or just get me dog toys.
Or dog for cash.
Yeah.
There you go, man. You got the whole concept of getting presents for people has turned into just like I have to get a present, not I want to give a present.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
Like you should want to give a present.
You should.
Which is so stupid because people nowadays are all about the, hey, it's your birthday. What do you want? You don't get me anything. It's like,
that's what I do.
Wait, you wouldn't like a nice pair of headphones?
Well, sure.
Okay. I mean,
but I can get those for my
son. There's always something somebody wants.
True.
But I think the best answer for that is, you know me, figure something out.
Right.
You know what I like? My mom says, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, you know what I like. Give me something that I like. You know I like books. You know I like music. You know I like to work out. There you go.
Yeah.
So get me something that deals with that.
Yeah.
She does well. She made me a scarf last year, a nice scarf, because she knows I like winter clothes.
Do you use it?
Like that. Oh, yeah, all the time.
Nice.
I still have it hanging on my reading chair. I just lean my head because I sit in my reading chair. There's certain things I love to do that are totally oldish.
That's very oldish.
Yeah, sit in my chair and read. And
with your scarf.
I got a little tobacco pipe that I like to smoke while I'm reading. I just need a smoking jacket now.
Like
and a full mahogany library filled with leather-bound books and a whiskey or bourbon bar over on the side.
And a record player.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll take a record player.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, my dad got a bunch of records for his birthday.
Kanye?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are Kanye records.
Eagles and Doobie Brothers stuff.
Oh.
And I'm going to get him one of those modernized record players that are in a suitcase that you can just open up and you can play on. I'm going to get that for him and I'm going to send it to him. So, because I wasn't able to get a birthday present for him because I bought a ticket to fly out to see him.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right. Episode 29 of the show. We'll be back next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not going anywhere? Hawaii, California, Utah?
What am I doing next week?
Chicago, Indiana?
No, we should do it if we're doing it Friday like we usually do.
Yeah, okay.
It should be good. I'm going to be busy as shit next Saturday.
Labor Day weekend?
Labor Day weekend. The Fall Fest up at Schweitzer's happening, the beer fest.
Yeah.
And then Pretty Lights is playing at the Hive.
Oh, yeah.
And I got tickets
Saturday?
for that. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited to see that.
Wow.
Small venue that they've just updated in town, and Pretty Lights is a pretty big damn name to have show there.
They are.
So I'm super excited. Yeah, man.
That's going to be nuts.
Right, everybody?
Is your chick going with you?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So YouTube, iTunes, Facebook, write stuff. Please comment more material. I want to start answering or arguing points with people that like listen to the show. So let's do that. So
yeah. Do you think men should have say in abortions or not?
Yeah. That kind of shit. Let us know.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Have a good one.
All right. Bye, everybody.